A very good morning to our respected judges and my dear friends. Today I'm going to talk about whether happiness is the right measure of social progress. Just imagine that right here, right now, I gave you this chance to choose any country in the world to live for good. Which country would that be? Now, many of us would mention US, UK, Canada, Australia, but why particularly those countries? And how come the majority of us could agree to the same options? Well, that's mainly because of our opinion that all of us would lead better lives in those countries, and this defines social progress. It is the aggregate improvement in the quality of the lives of the people in terms of many fields such as income, health, and wealth. Now then, what is happiness? Happiness is when what you think and what you do are in harmony. And the happiest people are not those who have everything in the world. They are those people who make the most of everything that they've got. So now we have happiness, we have social progress. Is there a way to link the two, wherein they both are interdependent? Economists have finally found the country which stands first in the Social Progress Index. And talking about that, most of you may recall your dream countries yet again. But unfortunately, most of you will be wrong. The country which stands first in the Social Progress Index is Norway. Now, you didn't pay much attention to that country, did you? In fact, I wouldn't blame you, because Norway doesn't make the headlines in the newspapers every day, and it doesn't even have the highest GDP ranking, which exactly signifies for a country to do exceptionally well in the Social Progress Index, it doesn't have to have the first ranking in the GDP. Now, if you look at the three pillars of social progress, which is our basic requirements, opportunities, and foundations of well-being, they are all linked to our happiness. They are all precursors for an average person to be happy. And this can be explained with the help of Maslow's pyramid of needs. So at the very base of this pyramid, we have our basic requirements such as food, water, shelter. And then on top of that, you have your sense of belonging, where you have a good social life. And then on top of that, you have your sense of accomplishment. We're given ample number of opportunities for success, and that's when you're happy. So according to his pyramid, to be happy, you need to meet your basics, then your well-being, and then your opportunities, which in turn proves that happiness plays a primary role in social progress. Even Ban Ki-moon, the UN Secretary General, was all praises for Bhutan, which is the only country to have implemented the Gross National Happiness Index to track their social progress. But everything has its flaws, and critics have simply rejected this method of tracking social progress, since they claim that happiness is immeasurable, you cannot quantify it. But it is in my opinion that happiness should be taken as a measure of social progress. Yes, it may seem idealistic, but it is only when we set idealistic goals we push them closer to becoming a reality. And I know these words are just coming from a mere teenager's mouth, but bear in mind, it is this generation which is yet to be muddled with the complexity and confusion of the adult world. And however idealistic our dreams are, those are the dreams that push us closer to heights no man has reached before. So for the sake of ourselves and our society, we all must strive for this one true goal of our lives, that is to attain true happiness, and in turn work for the betterment of our society. Thank you.